This is one of my bikes. This is my, I guess it's an antique. Might be vintage. You can see I have a trailer hitch on it. That hitch goes with the smaller cart, and my other bike is a newer Schwinn, and I have the hitch for this cart on the newer bike. The newer bike is a 12-speed. Now, regarding the walking cart, one thing that they do that I haven't mentioned is I don't drive, and my bikes, if I ever had to leave the Cape, I live on Cape Cod, there are 2 bridges to get off the Cape, and we're basically in a peninsula, but an island stuck out in the middle of the ocean. If we ever had to evacuate, I have to take one of my bikes in a trailer, which is probably going to be the 12-speed, so I can put the dog in this cart and evacuate us. That is like an extreme backup plan. But what that does is give me a way to make sure that I'm in control of what happens. We had a blizzard one year, and everybody was told to evacuate to the high school shelter because there was no power. And we had like 4 feet of snow, and I didn't go. I had a cocoa bean at the time, but I didn't go. I almost died of hypothermia. By the time the power came on the 3rd day, and I was already showing signs of hypothermia. Now, a bike wouldn't work in the winter like that, but, you know, the fire department couldn't come and get anybody. At that point, if we were going to evacuate, we had like 2 hours to get to the shelter, and I didn't go, and so then I was stuck at home anyway. So that doesn't happen very often, and the carts and the bike give me a way to, even if I had to walk them. PAD, one thing I've added to the videos is a walking program suggested by, I think it's called Allina Health. And one thing the doctors had never told me was to keep adding distance. And I wasn't going to make a daily video. This is the 4th day, I think. And yet, I feel I have to mention something. Today, I'm getting hit with a big, huge, I don't want to attitude. So I'm forcing myself to do this at this point. You see these people over there? I don't know if you can still see them. They're walking their dog. Everybody else gets to just walk around the block, walking their dog. I see people walking dogs all the time. Scout, I'll have another video about service dog training, and I have to come up with a solution. We almost got attacked yesterday by 2 rat terriers. I thought the guy had given them away or gotten rid of them because they had attacked a pregnant woman once. But we were near their house, and they came flying out of the house. And I almost, if they had gotten on Scout, they would have ripped him, and we would have been at the vet. So luckily I ran home, if you can believe it. I can barely walk, but I ran because I've seen these 2 dogs in action. And Scout's fine, but I have to come up with a way. There's 2 of them, and I don't know if they're rat terriers or Jack Russell terriers, but they jump up in the air, and so they would have been like little gremlins all over him, and a stick isn't gonna, I can't whack 2 dogs at the same time. So but again, even this is good because I have to deal with these things. When you have a service dog, he is a target. Anybody walking a dog is a target as well as having the advantage. But what I really wanted to talk about today is this feeling of, well, I don't have to do this today. And it's a false sense of accomplishment. You know, I've done it 3 days. Isn't that great? Yep. And now today I don't feel like doing it. I am going to treadle that quilt. And I might even start this afternoon and do that video this afternoon. And so I'm thinking, well, I don't have to walk if I'm going to treadle. And that's the trap. And that's why I'm making the video. Because the next step, if I don't do this today, the next step is I'm just going to sit down and eat chocolate all day and pretend I don't have to do it at all. And I can't think like that. I have to do this. The only one who's benefiting from this is me. So don't let an attack of the I don't want to's get to you. Just push yourself out the door and around the block.